See, there's a revolution going on in the black male community in America. See, brothers ain't going for the bullshit no more. And like I keep saying, there is a civil war in the black community between black men and black women. And honestly, a lot of brothers are getting in on the short end of the stick. You know, back in the 90s, you know, the women were still kind of in shape. You know, it was fly. And a Freaknik was Freaknik. Daytona Beach was Daytona Beach. You go down there now, the quality of women are fucked up. Overweight ass women look like goddamn Animal Planet. Just herds of heifers. You want to spend your vacation down there? You want to go somewhere where they're dimes. You want to go where the quality women are. The Brazilian women are up on their shit. You're surprised that brothers are flocking down there? Shit. But like I said, man, brothers are going down there to Brazil, South America, because number one, the women are extraordinary fly. Fat asses, flat stomachs, nice breasts, real hair, all that shit. And on top of that, they show brothers respect. See, the brothers who are up on game, they know that those South American women, they show brothers the utmost respect. And that's all we want at the end of the day. And not even just respect, just no disrespect. How about just not disrespecting niggas? That's what the average black man wants, just peace of mind. Black men don't ask for much. And I try to represent for the brothers out there. Again, you have them pussy ass, sensitive, honorary women dudes who don't count, which I'm going to get on them later on this week. But you have brothers out here, just respect the game. Just don't disrespect. The average black man, we want to come home, all we want is peace of mind. If we deal with women, we want a peace of mind. Some of y'all just want drama. That's why, you know, that contributes to the civil war that we have going on. Drama and peace, two different agendas. It's not working. And see, a lot of women, they might think that I'm being inflammatory, but this is what black men are discussing with one another. A lot of women, you don't take time to really chop up game with these brothers to see what's on their minds, because you hang around these save-a-hoe ass niggas who tell you shit you want to hear. You don't really have a clear objective on what's going on in a real man's mind. This save-a-hoe ass nigga that's sitting up here brown-nosing you, he's just saying whatever he can say so he won't jeopardize his chances of fucking you. You dig? Real niggas such as myself and the cats out there who buy my books and respect the game, they're going to keep it gangster with you. They're not going to play bullshit games with you. That shit is stopped. It's late in the day. There's a whole new game about to come across the horizon. There's a revolution going on. And I'm going to help lead that shit in. That's why there are a lot of women out there who don't like what I'm doing. You got to hear some of the hate mail that I get. But don't be surprised that brothers are doing this. This story is like a shock to a lot of people. Brothers... see, it used to be brothers had to wait until they, became financially stable in order to just, travel around the world and do their thing. Now brothers are scraping up money to get the fuck out of here. It's a new day. And let me explain to women how men think as far as dating. Dating for men is different than dating for women. See, men have to be very particular about who we get with. See, women, you guys can date about 10 whack niggas in a row, but your physical and mental well-being will pretty much still be intact. You might be emotionally hurt, but your physical well-being will still be intact unless you done dated Ike Turner or somebody and this nigga done jumped on your ass. But see, men, we can't afford to date the wrong woman. If a man fucks around and dates one wrong woman, the next thing you know, this nigga's check is getting garnished. This nigga might lose his house fucking with the wrong woman. Brother might get his car repossessed And it's hard enough for a black man to make $1 in this bitch anyway. The last thing we need is an enemy within. You dig what I'm saying? That's why we're gonna have a Mac within to screen out the bullshit. Brothers are waking up, ladies. Y'all better step your game up. I don't give a fuck about you getting mad at me. You mad because you know I'm saying some real shit. And I gives not a fuck. Because I'm flowing from the survival scrolls. Step your game up, ladies. You step your game up, you're gonna be alright. Anyway, like I said, today's show we're going to talk about macking to women of mixed race. I got off on a tangent, but I didn't forget about the main subject. We had interracial macking week last week, and I talked about how to get on women of all different races, and guys wanted to know, well, what about mixed women? Now, for the sake of argument, we're going to talk about mixed women who are mixed with black and white. Those are the most commonly mixed women in this country. Now, as far as the upscale black man with an upscale white woman, that's the kind of female that you would want to get with. A woman who had those kind of parents. Because the female is basically going to take on the characteristics and the ideology and the culture of her mother. No matter what her ethnic background is, or even if she was adopted or whatever, the woman usually follows the culture and the ideology of her first nurturer, her mother. And as she gets older, she follows the guidance of her father. But it really starts off from the womb, whose ass she popped out of. That's who she gonna take after. If she has an upscale white woman as a mother, she's gonna have upscale white girl characteristics. You've seen like mixed girls who are like, you know, talking like a valley girl, very prim and proper. Those are cool to get with. Now, a ghetto type white girl and a ghetto ass dude, black guy, the female is still going to have the characteristics of her mother. And usually white women all across the board will show some type of respect to the men that they date. You feel what I'm saying? Generally. And I make generalizations. I know a lot of people always accuse me of making generalizations. This is a fucking radio show. What else am I going to do? I'm not talking about anybody in particular. That argument is so fucking corny to me. Stop making that corny argument, y'all. This is a radio show. Generalizations are going to be made. There are exceptions to every rule. Some people are born with 15 fucking toes. Generally, people are born with 10. I digress. So the basic union, basically guys, if you get with a mixed female, it would be best to get with a female who is mixed with a black father and a white mother. That's the ideal one to get with, if you're going to get with one. Now, where it gets tricky is when there's a ghetto black female who had a kid by a white man. Now, if you see a mixed female in the hood who had a white father, usually, to be honest, and I know I might be generalizing here, but usually the mom was on some trick hoe shit. I know that sounds fucked up, but let's look at the backstory. I mean, look at the situation. And I know from experience, I've dealt with people like this before. If the mom is still living in the hood, first, white dudes don't really fuck with no ghetto bitch like that. They don't have no relationships with them. White dudes do not have no relationships with no ghetto black bitch. So what is he doing fucking her? Usually it's on some trick hoe shit. She was probably somewhere hoeing and he was tricking. And usually those girls who are mixed, who live in the hood, they're trick babies. Their mama was out there prostituting, selling ass, smoking crack. It was some funny, illegal shit going on. And then this kid popped up. That sounds really fucked up, but that happens in a lot of cases. I know a lot of mixed girls like that. And unfortunately, man, they turn out fucked up. Because a lot of mixed girls, especially ones in the hood, and even some of the ones in the suburbs, but it's not as bad as in the hood. A lot of mixed girls, they're like, you heard the term tragic mulatto. That's a very common term in the black community, where these women are not really accepted by anybody. They're not really accepted by white folks. Black folks kind of hate on them. So a lot of these mixed girls have a need of acceptance. So they're very easy to spit game to. They really want to be accepted. So if you just talk good game to them, come at them on that family level, they're very open if you got, some good game. Now the ones in the hood, those mixed girls who come from those trick ass moms and that trick hoe shit, the ones in the hood are usually the most ghetto motherfuckers in the hood. A light-skinned mixed girl in the hood is 20 times more ghetto than everybody else because she had to play the super ghetto role in order to fit in. The thing is, with like light-skinned girls and mixed girls who live in like ghetto-ass neighborhoods, them hood rats can't stand them. Them bitches get jumped on. You ask any light-skinned girl who grew up in like a kind of a rough neighborhood, not even a rough neighborhood. A lot of light-skinned girls get jumped on by like fat bitches and dark-skinned broads. That shit happens. I know a lot of situations where light-skinned girls have been jumped on by other women just because they were light-skinned. That shit happens. It's deep. So those ghetto ass light skinned broads, if you want to get them, which I suggest you stay away from them, but if you're just trying to hit it, buy her a bag of weed. Get her a bottle of Hypnotic. Because that's really all they want. They want somebody to smoke and drink with them. You get them something to smoke and something to drink, you in there. If that's all you want to do is hit it, I suggest you don't fuck with them. No matter what people say about me, you will always see me with a dime, an upscale black bitch, if I fuck with one. Or any race. I try to fuck with the upscale women of any race I deal with. If I give it a white bitch, Asian bitch, whatever, she's gonna be upscale. I'm not messing with nobody's hood rat. Because number one, I live in the suburbs. Her little raggedy ass car ain't gonna make it to the goddamn suburbs. Her transmission will fall out time she get on the freeway. I'm not coming down to the hood to fuck with her. Shit. Because in most cases she either live with her mom, and if she got her own spot, she ain't got no goddamn furniture. Well, now what dude wants to leave the suburbs? What dude wants to leave his 5-bedroom house to go make love on a goddamn pallet and sit down on a milk crate? So ladies, step your game up. Anyway, that's it for today's episode of Mac Lessons Radio.